This is the best super smelter for Minecraft Bedrock, and it's going to smelt items 24 times faster than a regular furnace. I've gone ahead and laid out the size of the design because it is a relatively large design. It takes up 30 blocks in length and 2 blocks in width, making it absolutely perfect for being built into a wall in, say, a mega base. If you don't have a mega base though, then just building this in an open area like this will do absolutely fine. We're going to place down a block on the edge here, and then we're going to grab our chest and place down a double chest. This is going to be our storage for all of these smelted items. We're then going to grab our hoppers, and we're going to place down 24 hoppers in a row. But again, if you've already cleared out your 30 by 2 space, then you know that you only have to go until there are 3 blocks left, meaning that we don't have to count these hoppers. But again, placing down hoppers is a slow process because you got to be crouched. All right, so there we go. We now have our 24 hoppers in place, so we can grab our furnaces and place down our furnaces now. And I guess I can fly now. So we're going to place our furnaces, and that is going to bring us to a total of 24 furnaces. Now, if you want to smelt 25 items, we can do that. Whoops, we're just going to place down another hopper and a furnace. This is the maximum number of furnaces that you can use for this hopper chain, because any more furnaces than this, and suddenly you are smelting things faster than you're carrying the items to the storage. So I would recommend having 24, because 24 just kind of works nicer with Minecraft's numbers, 24, 8, 64, things like that. And I just think that that's nicer than doing 25. But again, if you do want to have 25 items smelted, you very well can just add in your extra furnace. But do not do 26, because then it will be smelting items faster than it's carrying them to the storage. All right, I feel like I've cleared that up. We're going to grab our hoppers now, and we're going to place hoppers on the backs of these furnaces. And this is going to be how we fuel these furnaces. So this is going to be where our coal comes in, or your lava, or whatever you end up using. We're now going to grab our blocks, and we're just going to place down 3 blocks right here, or 2 blocks right here, 2 blocks right here, block right here. And then we're going to flip over and place down 2 upside down stairs, so that way we can open this chest and still make it look relatively nice. We can now grab our redstone lamp and place it right here. This is a completely optional thing. If you would rather just have it be a block, you very well can. I much prefer having a lamp, because then you can tell when it is on and off. But I do suppose that having the minecarts going back and forth would be a good indicator of if it is on or off. We're then going to place down a block right here next to these furnaces. We're going to grab our hoppers now and place hoppers going into each of these furnaces on the top. This is going to be our supply line, so this is going to be where the iron comes in, or whatever you end up smelting. On the end here, we're going to grab our blocks. We're going to place down 3 blocks right here, going across, and do the same thing, but only 2 this time, and then build up like so. We're going to leave this block open for now, and we're actually going to come back to this side and build up the other side so that it is 3 blocks, and place down a block right there. Once you have everything like this, these 2 sides are basically symmetrical, except this side we're using a redstone lamp. What we're going to do now is we are going to grab our rails, and we're going to place down our rails. So we're going to place down a rail right here, a temporary rail right here, and then we're going to grab our regular rails, and we're going to place down 8 going forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on this 9th one, we're going to place down a powered rail. Do the same thing again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we're going to do this on the 9th rail again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again right here. We can then go ahead, and finally, we're going to place a temporary rail right there. We're going to grab our blocks, and on every side of the powered rail on this side, we're going to place down a block, and then a block, and then a block, and on this one, we don't need that block. We're then going to grab our redstone torches, and we are going to power every single one of these powered rails, and this is not going to lock the hoppers, it is only powering the powered rails. Speaking of which, you might have seen me looking at this top hopper line. It's because we need to have a rail there. We're going to grab our rails again and place down a powered rail on the edge, and we are following the exact same pattern as before, so we can just go ahead and fill this in, place down our rail, fill this in, and then place down our rail, and then fill this in. And what this is doing is it's making sure that the minecart is constantly traveling at full speed. That's why we have 8 spaces between the powered rails. That is how long it takes for the speed of a minecart to dissipate. So it's going to keep going at full speed, making sure that all of these furnaces are adequately fueled and adequately supplied with things to smelt. Now that we have all of our rails in place, we can go ahead and remove that rail right there. That is a temporary rail. We're going to place down a block right there so that way the minecart doesn't fly off. Same thing on this side, and this is what you should be left with. Now this is actually the entire thing done. We just did an entire tutorial in a single take. You might have seen at the beginning though, in the intro, I had a wall here. That was simply because the thumbnail looks better without having the giant air gaps in between the hoppers. But if you just want it to be 2 blocks wide, you absolutely can. This is a functional super smelter. And again, if you did want to change this, you very well could. And it's actually relatively simple. If you just go like this, it's like you're mining 4 blocks, and then you're going to throw in a hopper, and then a furnace. I guess I'm committed now, so I guess now we're going to have 25 furnaces in this array. But we're going to throw that there, and then our rail, and then our rail, and then break the block. And just like that, in like 20 seconds, we added the other furnace. So now this smelts 25 items per furnace round. So every 10 seconds, 2.5 items per second get smelted through the super smelter. And I'm going to show you how to use it right now. I also have just realized we are not done. We need to place down the hopper right here, and then a double chest. And finally, 1 more block just to finish things off. And now things are done. We just need our minecart chests. I keep getting ahead of myself. Bam. And bam. And just go ahead and turn this off. When they come back, they will both be linked up, and then they will be in sync. And this is going to be your supply line. So we're going to throw our raw iron, for example, in here, and our coal in here, or your fuel. I'm going to go ahead and label these chests and fill everything up. All right, the chests have now been labeled and they've been stocked. Up here, we have our raw iron. Down here, we have our coal. And of course, that coal is fueled from the front, so you can just stand here and reach and fuel it with whatever you want. It doesn't have to be coal. And again, I've just gone ahead and labeled them. I kind of like this design. If you want to go ahead and copy that and throw in your 3 item frames and some smeltables, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. That way, if you have people that you're playing with, maybe a younger sibling, then they won't mess up the chests. But we're going to go ahead and pull the lever now, and this thing is going to start up. All of these chests are going to be fueled, and if we go ahead and look in them, each one of them is perfectly supplied. Of course, these ones have been gone over twice, 3 times, and oh my god, it's just, I don't know. There's something about super smelters. I always say this every time I build one, but I genuinely think they're one of the most satisfying things that you can build, especially in Bedrock Edition with these minecart chests on rails and all that stuff. But yeah, that is the entire tutorial, I guess. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. My name is 1UpMC, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Also, by the way, I'm sure many of you guys know this, but my channel was actually hacked on March 9th, and I have since regained access, but that was a whole headache. I'm glad it's over, but I just want to let everyone know that Brad G, that whole crypto thing, was not me, and I apologize to all of you guys for having to, share that on the channel. But unfortunately, that was out of my control. Really unfortunate situation. But again, everything is better now. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. And this was helpful. See ya.